Hello, today I'm going to show you how I install some LED daytime running lights on the front bumper on my 2012 Ford Focus. First of all, I got this add a circuit mini fuse holder, which will allow me to tap into one of the 12 volt ACC circuits in the engine compartment fuse box. This kit came with 4 different values mini fuses. I will use the 5 amp fuse for my DRLs. I will show you how this add a circuit holder works. The top fuse will allow the current to flow from the left pin towards the red wire, while the bottom fuse will just allow the current to flow towards the right pin. This way you get 2 separate circuits. I bought this DRL kit on eBay, and this is the package I got from WinAuto. In the kit I got the electronic control box with all the wires and the connectors and 2 DRL lights mounted on these triangle shaped masks. This will replace the blank masks that came originally with my car. A few quick splice connectors were also included in the kit. I will use those to tap into the turn signal wires. I wanted to make sure these LEDs are as waterproof as possible, so I just sealed them up with a lot of silicone. White color was not the best choice, but that was all I had. I didn't want to wait for the next day to buy a black one. Next step is to test the lights. I'm using a 12 volt DC power supply to power up the LEDs. There are 5 wires coming out of the electronic control box. I connected the red wire to the positive and the black wire to the negative, and all the LEDs are on full power. Connecting the white wire to the positive as well will dim the lights with about 50%. The 2 yellow wires are activating the turn lights, one for each side. There's a built-in 1-second delay between the time when the amber light goes off and the white light comes back on. So when the turn signal blinks, it will only blink amber color and not amber and white. The product manual is wrong. The right connection is the top left and not the one in the right. This is the correct wiring diagram. Next step is to find an empty accessory power fuse slot. First I'm checking the fuses with the engine off, and then I will turn on the engine and check again. I found two empty slots where the 14 volt power was present only with the engine on. I am going to use the fuse slot number 39, which was not originally used from the factory. The headlight assembly is very easy to remove. They are held in place with only two screws on top. Next, I need to remove the blank plastic mask under the headlight. I pried out one of the corners with a screwdriver, and then I just ripped it off. There is a soft plastic shock absorber under that mask. The new LED lights are thicker than the original mask, so they won't sit in place because of that plastic. I used the soldering gun to melt the plastic and cut it off. A few beads of silicone will prevent the vibration, and then the new lights are just snapping in place. And then I did the same thing on the other side. Behind the front bumper on the lower side, there is a lot of space to pass the cable from the control box to the DRLs on the other side. I did that off camera, it just took me a minute. I used zip ties to securely attach the control box to this bracket that holds the front bumper. It's pretty close to the fuse box under the headlights. Now it's time to connect the wires. I passed the red wire through the rubber gasket and crimped it to the fuse holder. Then I connected the black wire to the negative ground of the car. I didn't connect the white wire anywhere, so my DRLs will not dim. I want them to have the full brightness all the time. In the headlight connector, the turn signal is on pin number 8, same pin on both sides. I used the quick splice connector to tap into the turn signal wire and connect it to the yellow wires from my DRLs. Of course, I did exactly the same thing on the other side. I used fabric tape for protection against water and corrosion. And now I will show you how they work. I think they look very nice. They are a big improvement to the look of my car. Now it looks a bit more modern. These are the hazard warning lights. And this is how the turn signal lights are working. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.